We're live. We're actually live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So I don't know where you're watching this from, but we are live on all three platforms right now.
Wherever you're watching from, say hi, say where you are watching from in the comments below. Oh, hi guys. Yeah, this is interesting. We have the two phones propped up and the computer to give our announcements.
So it's been a long time since we've gone live actually on any of these social platforms. So
it has been a while.
It's morning here in Grenada. We're just enjoying some coffee, and we do have a travel in
and
our
it's
travels.
windy.
It is windy, yeah.
So literally in 1 week, we are going to Canada, which we're Canadian, but we've never been to this province. So we're actually really, really excited.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been further east in Canada than Edmonton, which if you know the geography of Canada, that's not very far east at all. I've seen a very, very small portion of my home country. So I'm stoked to finally go over to the east and see where we're going to next, which is Nova Scotia.
Yay, Nova Scotia. And the furthest east I've ever been is Montreal. So also not very far, but much further than you.
Yeah, much further than me. And you only went there once, right? And then the rest of the time.
And that was it.
Yeah, it's going to be so awesome to go over there. The people over there have a different accent. There's a lot of like Gaelic influence there. They're into, like they've got lobster, lots of lobster. They eat tons of seafood. We're so excited to check it out. Yeah,
it'd be interesting to find out the history of that part of our country as well. So Nova Scotia is really tiny, and we're both from British Columbia, which is a huge province. So it'll be interesting just to see the East Coast vibe versus the West Coast vibe where we're from.
And for the whole time we're on the trip, so it's going to be about 2 weeks total, a little longer than 2 weeks. And we're going to have a rental car, so we're going to rip around like the everyday kind of move and see a new city, see a new village. And there's all these cool trails in Nova Scotia as well. There's one called the Good Cheer Trail, which is like beer and wine, isn't it?
Wine and beer trail. So basically like all the best wineries and breweries and stuff have gotten together and they've made like this trail. So basically it's just markings on a map and you get a little passport book, and as you visit each one, you get a stamp in your book. So I think we're going to like that trail. Yeah,
as long as obviously there won't be any drinking and driving, especially in Canada where it's really against the law and we don't drink and drive anyway. So we'll be probably getting a taxi for some of those parts of the trail and stuff like that.
Yeah, or sometimes we're staying nearby to them. So we'll be able to just walk and visit them and then go back to like our hotel or whatever.
Yeah.
Another one's called the Chowder Trail. So if you like chowder, then there's going to be the same thing, restaurants serving chowder all over a trail. And again, you get a separate little like passport book.
And I love chowder, definitely.
Yeah.
And there's actually some people tuning in right now and leaving comments. Hey guys, thank you for checking us out. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, let us know where you're watching from.
The announcement is, if you're just tuning in now, that we're traveling to Nova Scotia, Canada, the east coast of Canada.
Which we've never been to, so we're very excited.
Yeah.
Another one of the trails they have is the Lobster Trail. So Canada on the east coast is known for its lobster. I'm not a huge fan, but Nick absolutely loves it.
I am a huge fan of lobster, yeah. And I don't even know if I've had real lobster. Comment down below and let me know. The lobster in the Caribbean, I don't think is like actually, I've had lots of lobster here in Grenada and in the Caribbean, but I don't think it's actually like lobster because it doesn't have the big claws. It's in the family, or it's in a different family or something like that. So going back to Canada, I think this is going to be the first time that I have real lobster with the big claws, and they're just massive on a plate. I can't wait.
Good. So we're going with Visit Nova Scotia. So we're going with the tourism board, and they've put together a really cool itinerary for us, one that works well with us and with you guys, our readers, and helps them to promote things they want to promote.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a few of the highlights. Besides the trails, which will be really exciting, we're going whale watching.
Yes.
So
I've never done that.
Nick has never done that. Like we've done land-based whale watching in South Africa, but he's never actually been on a boat and gone out and seen them. So we're excited for that. It should be humpback whales, right whales, pilot whales, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Dolphins, all sorts of stuff. So that will be amazing.
Yeah, that'll be epic.
That's one of the trips. And then we're doing some kayaking, which will be awesome as well, through all these little coves. And there's a ton of little small islands off of Nova Scotia. So we're going to be kayaking all through those.
And they also have these beautiful villages, like these coastal natural harbors, and these beautiful, colorful villages are like built along them. So while we're kayaking, you can look up at the village as well, and it's just beautiful over there.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Something else we're going to be checking out is something called Tidal rafting.
Oh yeah.
So you say how high the tides are, because I forget always.
I forget too. I think they're 15 feet or something. But what happens is the tide comes into this really narrow canal in the sea. And because it's coming in so fast, like they have some of the largest tidal differences in the world in Nova Scotia. Like the tidal changes are massive. So when it hits this little tiny narrow canal. It just kind of pushes up this massive wave, and you go out on these dinghies, basically is what they are, and you have a guide behind, and you ride these things in, and it just looks like so much fun. So I've seen it before. I like a couple other bloggers that we follow have done it before, and I was always thinking, oh, that'd be so cool to try that.
Now we're doing it.
So now we're doing it.
So that'll be exciting. Tidal board rafting, kayaking, whale watching. We're visiting a few vineyards as well. So we also didn't realize that there are wineries on the east coast of Canada. We have some amazing wine where we're from on the west, but we're really looking forward to checking out the vineyards over in Nova Scotia. And
yeah, definitely. And also they have good fly fishing over there. So if you guys have been following us for a while, you know, I love fly fishing. I never catch any fish, but I love it. So my goal, we hired a guide to take me out to show me how to fish on these rivers because they've got the salmon running up right when we're there. So it's going to be catch and release, and it's just so much fun to be out in the wilderness and catch some fish, maybe have a beer. It'll just be an amazing experience, I think. And I've got to catch one, so cross your fingers for me.
But they're huge, right? They're
they can be massive, 20, 30 pounds or something.
30 pounds, that's amazing. So this trip is really going to be quite a bit of outdoorsy stuff, which is what Canada is all about. But also we're going to be going to like next to a bunch of the towns. So we'll be meeting the local people and doing all these little, traditional things that they do in each of the towns. Something that's really cool is when we arrive in Halifax, we're going to be there when one of our favorite artists is actually playing at the Halifax Jazz Festival. We're going to go see Common. Yeah. So I don't know if you know him, but he's awesome. And we're going to see him our first night.
Yeah. Comment down below if you know Common. Yeah. We love a lot of the East Coast music too. I grew up listening to Classified, who's actually from Nova Scotia. He's like a hip hop artist. And there's a lot of cool music over there. There's also the, what do you call it? Like the fiddle and stuff. They do a lot of that kind of music in the bars. So you can go listen to that live.
Go to a Cayley. So it has a lot of influence from Scotland and Ireland and stuff as well. So we're excited to learn more about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So let us know what you think we should do when we're in Nova Scotia. We do have quite a few things planned, but we also have a vehicle. So we have our own time and we can choose our own restaurants and bars and whatever. So we want to know your favorite spots.
Yeah, definitely. So this is Nova Scotia. This is our travel announcement. If you're just tuning in, thank you everyone who is tuning in. We're getting some comments here. People watching from Greece, Australia, the Philippines.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Singapore.
People that, oh yeah, I know you guys are Canadians. Yeah. we have the Canadian accent. I still hear, even though we've been away from Canada for 10 or 12 years, I still hear my Canadian accent coming out every once in a while.
I think when we go back, it's going to come out a lot more.
Come out a bit more.
But yeah, so we're really excited. This is kind of a last minute thing. So we're going to be getting ready this week. Yeah. And we're excited to get over to Nova Scotia. So if you have anything that we should do and we can't miss in Halifax, Lunenburg on Cape Breton, right? We're going to Cape Breton Island too. In the Skyline Trail, we're doing some hiking over there. That's going to be fantastic. Anything. Where else are we going? We're going to Liverpool. We're going to Pictou. I think I'm saying that wrong, maybe.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, our adopted cat has showed up.
This little guy adopted us a few weeks ago. Actually, we don't know who owns him. At first, we thought he wasn't owned.
Hi, guys.
And we took him to the vet and everything, and it turns out he's neutered, and he gets his ear cleaned. So if you're watching this from somewhere in Grenada and you know
if this is your
who
cat,
owns this cat,
he comes to visit a lot.
Yeah, we've been hanging out with him a lot.
Aw.
Anyways, yes, Nova Scotia.
Another place we're going is Digby, which is known to have the best scallops in the world.
I can't wait.
This trip is literally all about the seafood in terms of food.
It is. Seafood and outdoors, which is just perfect. I can't wait for it.
Cannot wait. So yeah, that's our huge announcement, guys. If you want to let us know where you're going next, tell us in the comments where you're watching from and give us any suggestions that you have, please, for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, definitely. One more thing, I just got to say that we're going to be catching up with all the videos and articles from our recent trip to Peru and Ecuador. So stay tuned on whatever channel you're watching
YouTube,
from.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, wherever you're watching. Everywhere. That's all going to be coming up as well. And we're going to be doing videos and articles for this Nova Scotia trip. And it's going to be amazing because I know this is one of the most scenic parts of Canada. It's going to be beautiful to be driving around there and, making these videos for them and also creating the articles. So if you want to do a road trip, we'll show you how we did it and how you can do it too. Yeah. And obviously follow us on social media, Instagram. We're going to be posting a lot. Same with Facebook. So you can catch us on there. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. Well, how do we get off live now? I don't know. We got three things going. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bye, guys. All right. Later, guys. How do I turn this? This is awkward. We're still here. End. Bye, guys. Bye again. And did you turn that one off? Yeah. Oh, we're still on here. Okay. Bye, YouTube. You're the last one. Hold on. So now it says post.